This is the grace of the Supreme. It is that which is doing, using Punjaji, and I am happy I am being used. I am very happy. Let there be peace and love among all beings of the universe. Let there be peace, let there be peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaskar. Namaskar. Welcome to Satsang. Knowledge and practice. Jnanam and austerities. Often this question has been asked since thousands of years. So, in reply to one king who left his kingdom and became a hermit, so one sage came near him and he asked this question to help him. And he says, "Who are you?" He said, "I am a king. I left my kingdom, my queen, ministers. What for? For freedom." Then he was living in a thatch hut, and instead of royal robe, opted to have a sack around him. This has got nothing to do with freedom. And the sage said, I will give you enlightenment or freedom here and now. Freedom can be attained here and now, with no need of any tapas, penance, austerities, sadhanas, practices. Wisdom can be attained here and now. Even if you practice, you have a certain notion to attain something finally, and it is the notion, your notion, that will be fulfilled. It is your desire that will be fulfilled in the end. So when you have to entertain a notion to have something else, why don't you entertain the notion for the first intent to have knowledge, to be free? How this freedom can be won? Close association of a saint is quite enough. Thereby you will resolve your doubts and your mind will be purified to receive. If your mind is not pure, even if God gives you instruction, you will not be able to get it. You have first purify your mind. Your mind must be purified. Not in one janma, many janmas you have to born and reborn, and then the mind will be purified. So in the last janma, in the last incarnation, there will be desire to be free, and this is going to work. You will be asking, you will be wanting the company of a holy person. Somehow you will be led to him. You will be led to him. Somehow you will reach him and stay with him. That is on your part, you have fulfilled. The rest depends upon your teacher. So, the knowledge is supreme, and if you cannot assimilate it, you cannot get it, then you have to take up your austerities. For a long time, not for one age, many incarnations you have to take, you see, to fulfill your austerities and purify your mind and get ready to receive knowledge. As all rivers enter the ocean, so all the austerities, practices will lead you to knowledge. That's how it's described in the sutras. So those who follow the knowledge or understand the freedom, it's not for the first time that they have been successful, because we see some people, they say, we came here this morning and we have finished our job with you, we go back to our home. It's not for this. And some people take a week, some a month. It's not, they don't see their roots. So it takes even whatever time you are spending here, it will not go waste. Surely you will be rewarded for this thing. So best of all is going to be to remove your impediments, hindrances. Only you are going to remove your hindrances and not to achieve freedom. Freedom is already there. Freedom is already there. Only you have to remove what stood in between you and the freedom in front of you. some veil in front of you, and that veil is ego. Ego. If you remove the ego by your own self or someone who could do it, surrender to that person and he will do it. Only you have to remove this ego. When ego is gone, then the mind is gone. And when the mind goes, you are placed in a state of no mind. And this no mind is very close to freedom. Very close to freedom. So this is what has been told and what has been done previously by all those people who got enlightened. No need of leaving the kingdoms and going to the forest now. Again and again we speak of this thing. Only get rid of your impediments and simply stay quiet, that's all. With the very burning desire, as somebody is burning and he will run to the well or the river or a stream only for water. If someone is burning, he must go to the water because he will not go anywhere else. Like this, if you have burning desire, I want to be free in this life, before the end of this life. This must be a longing always in your mind. Then you are successful. You have won the game and you will be very happy always, because freedom and happiness and bliss go together. So all kind of other pleasures that we seek, they fade away immediately with their contact itself. As soon as you contact any touch, any player, it will give you bite like a serpent. Any player, any rose that you pick, you will have a thorn underneath the rose. That's how it is described by one Persian poet. When you pick up a rose, you have a thorn also near the rose. Like this, when you enjoy any sense pleasure, that will bite you. You see. Therefore, we have to search for very pure freedom where there is no unhappiness. Otherwise, in the world there is happiness, sometimes unhappiness. They go on alternating, and this is called world. And this is the experience of the ignorant ones. When there is unhappiness, they don't like. When happiness, they like. So in case of wisdom, there will be only serene, there will be no unhappiness and no happiness either, you see. There will be total peace. Peace is something else. It has got nothing to do with pleasures and displeasures, you see. That belong to the contacts of the senses. And bliss has got nothing to do with the senses or the mind or the intellect or even the personality or the jiva or the individual soul. This is a very transcendental fourth state. Not waking, not dreaming, not sleeping. And that fourth state is called Turiya in the yoga terminology. So this state always is available to everyone, you see. So when you know that you sleep, you know that you dream, you know that this is the waking state. So when these states are projected in front of you, you must be somewhere other than three states witnessing these states, you see. So if we give a thought, we are experiencing, we are seeing, this is the waking state. We see it, we witness the waking state. Dream also, we had a dream last night. It means we have witnessed the dream. When we had a sleep, deep sleep, we enjoyed the bliss of the deep sleep. All these three states we have witnessed, projected in front of us. We have not questioned. Who has been witnessing all these three states must be out of these three states. Who was it that was out of these three states and has projected these three states in front of him? So if he turns his head to this state, he will be in the transcendental position and he is in the fourth state. So this is to reject the three states, and this fourth state, which is called fourth state because there is no name for it, yet it is connected with the three states, it is called fourth. So to win the complete, perfect freedom is yet beyond it, you see. So that has no name. So long time staying in this witnessing these states, that I am not these three states. I am the enjoyer of all these three states, but I am not three states. So staying here such and such time, for a long time, you will find yourself that you are the absolute substratum, absolute essence, and you will see that you have been before the creation of the Creator itself. And that's called peace, quietness, emptiness, from where everything rises like the ripples, like the waves. All silence, you see. That is where we all will have to return. Not return, we are there, you see. But we are otherwise engaged, therefore we do not know who we are in reality, who we have been. Due to some reason we forgot. So this is a matter, this satsang, this association, all of us belonging to the same thought, same longing, is only for this thing, just to remind we all are living in that peaceful, in that blissful, in that conscious, empty state, which cannot be described by anyone so far. None has ever reached there. None has ever described it.
About a year ago, you quite often told a story about a man who used to climb on a diving board and then walk along the diving board and jump off. And you compared this to the process of self-inquiry. Can you tell this whole story for the camera?
I picked up this story because I had gone to one swimming pool and the boys were swimming in the swimming pool, and there is a 10 feet high jumping board. So people go from the behind and one by one they go on this projected board. They go from the steps behind, go on the end of the jumping board. And then they can't go back because the other people are also behind. And now they jump. In front there is nothing. They do not know where they are going to fall. In between this fall, edge of the jumping board here, here. This is the, no, narrow, you see, narrow, here. This is the projection, isn't it? And then they come here now. They have come here and they can't go back, so leap forward, jump. So in between the surface of the water and this, what is there? Who are they? So I start with the inquiry here. All what was conceived in the beginning from outside, I am going to swim. Then they undress somewhere, and then they are now ready to jump. And they had come over the board and here. And they have left behind everything. They closed behind. So in this case, I said, when they give up all the concepts behind and in the front, they do not know what is going to happen. And they jump. Here, you have to conduct the inquiry, who am I? Here. Who is jumping? And only that person can inquire who has no previous concepts. All these concepts are like this thing imposed by parents, this thing. How to do, I say, without any effort. You have not to make effort. They say inquiry also is some effort is involved when we say, who am I, is also effort. You must have heard from many people. I said, no, it doesn't. Burden needs some effort to carry, and fatigue also when you are loaded with some burden, 200 pounds on your head, and then someone tells you to shake it off and you get relief, immediate relief, and by not doing anything but getting rid of the doing. Therefore, first is the pressure of the parents, then religion, priest baptizes you on the birth. He has no right, you do not know, the child is neither Christian, nor Buddhist, nor Hindu at that time. You have no right to call your child he is a Christian or a Buddhist. The child is smiling, you see. And he doesn't know the religion is imposed on him. Then the religion, number 2 is religion. Then society, social norms. You have, according to the society demands like this thing. But society, social habits, social behaviors are quite different from country to country. One kind of society accepts this rule, the same rules are rejected by the other countries. So there are special things, society also there. Then political reasons, differences among the politicians also. Of the same country there are differences. So politics also, this is politics. Economic reason also. This man is poor, this man is rich. This also, someone is inferior and someone is superior on the basis of the money. So this pressure is also economical pressure, you see. So this is economical pressure. So with this, how can you, this is the garbage in your mind. physical burden, still you can do it. This is much pressure. This is a mental burden, you see. This burden has entered the mind and is stored in the memory. And you have taken it in the mental, and then the senses also feel, then the physical body also feel. Therefore, you call it is burden. This is an effort. What I speak to them to conduct an inquiry is no effort at all. What effort is there? Now this is a holding. Hand is holding. Hand is holding. Hand is not to conduct inquiry. Neither it will get enlightenment. Who is giving energy to the hand? This energy is the reservoir. Now you go back from this physical to mental, mental to transcendental, even beyond. When you go there to beyond, there you have to conduct the inquiry. Who am I? How? How is not effort? It is effortlessness. That's why I dropped this thing. Now, turn yours. This turning point is quite effortless, you see, here. So here you have to turn the mind, how to return to the source of the mind, direct the mind to the source.
Why are you so against sadhana? Even if strictly speaking you're right.
Any practice you are doing, any practice, where the energy is coming from to lift a hand. Now you are speaking. Okay, tongue is speaking. Where this energy is coming to speak, to give me a question. Where this energy is coming.
Not from tongue, behind.
Behind. Go behind, which is the reservoir of the energy.
Pran, and behind.
Acha, you go behind, I say.
Then manas.
You go forward.
Behind,
You go always forward. But have you gone behind now, any time? Why don't you go behind from where this energy is coming to perform any sadhana, to see, smell, taste, or touch, or speak?
One has and one does by your grace. But mind is very strong. The conditioning of the past is very strong. Therefore, that glimpse does not remain. That window again becomes...
So what I tell them, there are people who lost the glimpse. I said, this glimpse has come from within you. Look within and see now, right now. It has not come from Lucknow. I tell them. It has not come from me, not from Punjaji, not from any person, not from anything, not from any object. Also I say, this glimpse had not come from any person, number one. Avoid all person, including you. You are also a person. And anything, all things. Don't think of things. Any object, any idea that I've got a glimpse, I had not a glimpse. No things, no ideas, and no persons. Don't think of any of these three things. Then look, what do you see? Look from where you get the energy to see, to think, to speak, to touch and taste. Why don't you see the reservoir? Now you have this light. Switch on, switch off. Where does this light come from? Where this light is coming from, no one has gone there. Only the electrical engineer knows, and he can take us. And that electrical engineer is Guru. He will take you there, my dear boy, you come. This line is coming, you cut the line also. There is no light in the line. No light.
Right.
I asked this question to one chief electrical engineer of Lucknow here. He said, we do not know what happens. There is no light in the wire. See, break. Nothing. There also we do not know what happens. Instantly this electricity is produced. So you go to the reservoir and then you can switch off, on whenever you like.
This is not light that you see. I only say, come, go to the reservoir. And here the reservoir may be 5 kilometers, but this reservoir is just the nearest than your retina, behind the retina, from where you get the sight to see, behind the breath even. You are not to make effort even to breathe. So close it is. Why can't you do even this as I say for 1 second? And then give me 1 second of your, whatever your age is. 1 second you can give me, I beg of you 1 second, and tell me the result. Go to the reservoir, and how to go to the reservoir? Don't think of a person, a thing, or any idea. Any attainment of sadhana, anything, what you speak is within the time, and result will be within the time, and it will destroy. Time will be lost.
But what will be destroyed? Maybe ignorance will be destroyed.
Your concept that this is freedom, your projection that I get this by this practice, I will be benefited, and you get the result also.
But Master, even the search itself is illusory.
Yeah,
So within this
that's
illusory
what I said.
search,
Don't search. Give up your search.
but you ask the impossible.
No.
Then what would be the meaning of the scriptures?
You will know the meaning. Scriptures only tell you this thing. Keep quiet. Keep quiet.
Indeed, that's true. But they also
We must
encourage
listen. If it is
sadhana.
not true, let us try, To dull-headed people, they describe sadhana. Also they say sadhana, don't practice. Also they say.
Cannot sadhana be a fruitful illusion that it can help to reduce karmas, reduce the weight of conditioning, reduce the weight of samskars, to fit the mind to hear the truth from the teacher?
When you are doing any sadhana, at that time you ask the question, who is doing sadhana? Who is doing sadhana? I am very satisfied what's going on, and this is the grace of the Supreme. It is that which is doing. He is using Punjaji, and I am happy I am being used. I am very happy.
I must say, I haven't the heart to say anything further about sadhana. For the 2 years or so that I've known you, I've never known another human being who has worked and served humanity, people, without distinction of caste, creed, color, country, race, religion, so hard day and night as you. I've never seen, and keeping nothing for himself, taking nothing from anyone else, just serving people with love and compassion so completely.
Beautiful, eh? What a satsang we have. You played very well.
With your grace only. Really, there's not another person alive like you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much. You've honored me so much, Papa. Really,
yeah,
I don't
thank
know
you.
how to express it.
On behalf
All
of
of you have.
everybody.
Thank you so much. I'm very... Oh. I don't know what karmas I did to have you in my life, Papa. I'm just... I've been trying to figure you out for a long time, and I just completely... I don't know how you do it. You don't depend on any human source. Nothing. You don't depend on any human source of affection, of love or affection, of energy. It's uncanny. It's unreal how you are, what you do day and night. Unbelievable. really, I've never seen anything. It's the grace of my life to up close to be in the presence of such a I don't even know if you're human. Honest to God, I mean it. You completely you baffle me totally. I'm really. So now I just give this all up. Completely, these books is also.
Gunaga